What's up, taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. And so I want to talk about this particular post on Twitter that absolutely went viral. The men went crazy with this. And that just goes to show you how powerful we are as women. They really care what we think. And no, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of pick-me's, Barbara the Builders, PayPal Peggy's, Doormat Denishas that care or who care about what men think. But they are the small minority. For the most part, women don't care. But men, for the overwhelming majority, they do care. So as a woman, I'm going to give you a little insight on why women don't find the male on the right to be appealing and they find the man on the left to be, very appealing. So let's look at all of this for a second. So we have this idiot who, first of all, this is his PFP. He's supposed to be a happy sloth. So I don't take anybody with a profile like this, the world's most favorite sloth. I don't take somebody's opinion about women seriously. So clearly you don't look like either one of these guys on this side, right? So he says, why are women lying about this? What's the actual cause? And women are doing this anonymously. They're not lying. They don't have to. We really don't have to. I think women are getting to the point where they don't feel like they have to lie anymore, especially when it's done online. So let's look at this post here by William Costello. And as you can see, they have this picture. And what he says is, in the first reply to this poll, there is a picture of OLLY Murs before and after a 12-week gym transformation. I don't know who this OLLY guy is. Apparently he must be an actor or something. I'm not sure. Do you think he looks better before or after? Are you male or female? And so here are the percentages and the results of the poll. 24% of males said the before picture looks the best. 43% of males said the after picture looked the best, and that has the most votes. When it comes to females, 27% of females said before picture looked the best, and then 7% of females said the after picture looked the best. Now let's look at both of these pictures and let me tell you why most women are finding the picture on the left more appealing than the one on the right. Now, I am a woman who likes muscles. I'm just going to be fully transparent here. And so I don't mind a lot of muscles. I prefer it. My husband has a lot of muscles and I love that about him. However, let's look at the guy on the right versus the guy on the left. In my opinion, the guy on the right looks sickly. Is something wrong with him? I know he has muscles, but something is off. And I think if he had a tan, or if he put a spray tan, he'll look a little better. But he looks pale. He looks very short, even though his real height is 5'8". And the reason I know that is because I went through some of the replies and that's what they said is he's 5'8". Here he looks like he's 5'5" and 5'6". In my opinion, he looks more healthy here. He looks fun here, actually. I'm sorry, he looks so much fun in this picture. And in here, he looks like a douche. He looks like somebody's going to get on your nerves. He looks like he looks like he's going to spend all his time and getting with the bros and try to make you cook 6-7 meals a day so he could get his micros. The guy on the right, even though he's pointing to his head, or I don't know who he's pointing to, or maybe he's pointing to God, I'm not sure. And he just doesn't look fun. He doesn't look like somebody you will want to be around. But the guy over here, he looks very easygoing, looks like the dad bod I'm digging. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I like muscles on men, but here, this looks just as good. Now, we're going to also look at some other pictures here, like this one. And I think also, let me just also say this, is that the lighting is really bad. It washes him out because he has a lot of lighting on the top and it's very, very bright. Plus it's very, very bright period with him in this locker room versus here where you have a lot of a black background, which makes it better for his skin tone in this particular picture. Then when you look at these pictures, you have like the what kind of pattern is this in the background? But guess what? He looked way better in this picture. Why? Because he's darker. He's got a little tan here, and he looks way better here. He looks sickly, looks very pale. The hair here is bleh. And no, he looks terrible here. And of course, I don't know if this is a neck beard. Yeah, that's a little neck beard there. He looks unkept. So if you was to show these two pictures to women, the women will choose this guy here with the abs and the biceps, the traps and the delts. Pecs looks really good here. It's all about the lighting. It's all about the color on the body. This is the reason why bodybuilders are known to tan and also apply tan lotion if they don't get a spray tan. It does make the body pop. It gives the muscle that finished touch. You know what? And also I noticed something else. Like his hair is different here. His hairline is receding. His hairline is receding a lot in this picture. But in this picture, it's not so much. Like, can you tell that he's moving a lot of his hair to his forehead and you can't tell that his hairline is receding? Here also you could tell here, but it looks a little better with the hair to the side. Well, here he got his hair pulled back and it's not a good look. Although it doesn't look too bad here. I think it's just the lighting. I think it's also the little gay shorts here because it's giving me homosexual it's giving me homosexual vibes. I'm just saying there's all kinds of wrongs with this picture. But if you look at how he looks with this picture, he could possibly have those booty shorts on, but I can't tell because it's not being shown. Okay. So yeah, it's just, I love this, that he has his hair like somewhat in his face, looks much better than his hair like this. So let's look at what some of the women are saying because they did pop off in the comments. I'm not going to read much about the men. They're like, women don't know what they want. Women are stupid. Women be lying. So even when women tell the truth, men still don't believe us. So, hey, this is the reason why they have a hard time with dating women. Anyway, let's read what the ladies have to say so that men can understand where they're coming from. So because Numbnut said, why are women lying about this? Like, what's the actual cause? She replies, why would women lie about this? Like, why would you assume that? Maybe fix your own view of women. Women have nothing to prove here, which is true. It's entirely anonymous. No one's going to lie. Genius. Girl, you just need to cuss him out. He'll learn. Katie says, we aren't lying. What makes me laugh is all this pressure men talk about to look a certain way. And it's not pressure coming from women. True though. This is very, very true. Okay. So it's not pressure coming from women at all. It's coming from yourselves and the men around you. Maybe listen to us. Girl, you know they not going to listen to us. They too busy listening to each other thinking and basically if you listen to men talk about how to date women, they really tell you how to date other men. Okay. Especially from Myron Gaines, who's a homosexual. Okay. He gives the worst dating advice for men to date women, but he gives the best advice on men dating other men. Okay, first of all, I'm sure he is a great person in the before and after photos. So I don't want to dunk on someone who has worked very hard to increase his fitness. However, as a female, I would also pick the before photos. Here's why for me. In the second photo, the stance with the fingers pointing is weird. He looks older and less well nourished. He seems to have less hair, so older vibe. The shorts are just not giving hetero vibes. I know, okay? I agree with her on that one. Take the same photo as the first with the same clothes and vibe. You may get a different response from women. This is good. This is a good reply from your Gen X aunt. Stu Mama says the after photo is feminine, gay coded because it projects a feminine, look at me, aren't I hot? True, actually, this is so true. Men are attracted to how you look. Women are more attracted to what you can do. Exactly. The before photo projects that he can do more things women like. Facts, girl. What can he do for us if he's spending 4 or 5 hours in the damn gym? Then when he gets home, he's gonna want to eat. Then he want to relax. And he ain't gonna have time for nothing else. Fakika says, left, beers, cuddles, slap me on the bum every so often because he loves to see my ass wobble. Right. Keto, paleo, gym fixation only overshadowed by his obsession with looking at himself in the mirror. Plus, he judges me every time I eat chocolate. Well, not really. I'm going to tell you something. When you date men that are really into their own fitness, they don't care what you eat, just as long as you're not giving it to them. And as long as you have their meal prepped. Gretchen says, guy on the left looks like manly man that watches football. It's probably very funny and is kind to animals. Okay, where did that come from? Okay, anyway. Guy on the right looks like he drives a Lambo and runs through young chicks who are secretly liking the gay men. Oh, sorry. Let me read that again. Guy on the right looks like he drives a Lambo and runs through young chicks while secretly liking the gay men that admire him in those skimpy shorts. Dude, you know what? This guy should have never took pictures in these shorts because I agree. They look gay. Anyway, yeah, the shorts is just not, you shouldn't have done that. That's just a big mistake. That is probably one of the main reasons women are not digging this, because the shorts are just giving homosexual vibes all around. Melissa says, the guy on the right looks like he's obsessed with himself and his body. That is not someone I'll be looking for in a partner. I might feel differently if he were equally lean, but with less muscle definition, because that could just indicate someone who is naturally active. But this level of muscle tone at that weight can only be achieved with a certain level of obsession. Every guy I've ever known who looks like this was a crappy husband and father. I said what I said. And here's the last one from Miss Lizard. They're not lying, lol. He genuinely looked better before. I'm not saying he looks ugly after, but he achieved the male fantasy physique. And one thing that may surprise you is that women and men often have different visual preferences. He's more visibly toned in the after, but in the before, he looks bigger. And sometimes with someone that shredded, there can be too much of a good thing, i.e. too much definition. Generally, muscles look better and stronger and bigger to women when they have a little bit of padding on them, whereas men tend to value as close to zero body fat as possible, where you can see all the muscle fibers. Lol. This is so true. Women don't like bony men, but also they don't like bony men with a lot of muscle. They don't want the Shaka Zulu type, all right? And there you have it, taters. So I wanted to do this video because I was like, this is pretty fun. And I thought I would give my 2 cents into this because I am part of this crowd. I am part of the fitness genre. So I totally understand where the ladies are coming from. And I agree with them, you know. So let me know what you think. So I want you to look at these pictures here, ladies. And I want you to sound off in the comment section. And I also want to hear from the men. So ladies, who do you prefer, the before or the after? And guys, who do you prefer, the before or the after? Let me know your answer and why below in the comments, and I'll see you on the next video. Later, taters.